about materials. The thing that I like most about embroidery is the fact that you can walk into even a Walmart most days and get everything that you need to get started on this craft. But if you get really into it, there's also this whole other end of the spectrum where you can get into really cool threads and wool threads and rayon threads and sparkly threads, and it just really lends itself to being a really fun hobby that can be very, very affordable and easy to get materials, but also you can, like I said, go the whole other way and spend, like anything, any amount of money on different, better types of fibers. But essentially, all you need is thread, a needle, some fabric, and a hoop. We can start with the thread. What I have down here are the most sort of common kinds of thread. Obviously, the one that you're going to see the most often and easily available is the divisible thread. These are from DMC, and I put, this is how they come on a skein like this. And they all have numbers. And if you're doing a pattern, a lot of times the pattern writer will put the thread number on there. A lot of people like to take these skeins and roll them up on these little card holders. Also, I've seen people wrap them up on clothespins, or you can also just leave them as they are. These have 6 strands of thread, and what's kind of fun about them is that you can change, just by using this one type of thread, you can change the look of your project super simply by using one strand of thread all the way up to using all 6. It just dramatically can change what you're doing. Cotton pearl thread is the other kind that you'll see often at craft stores. It comes like this on a skein, and usually it's hanging on the wall. It also comes in little rolls. What's on the rolls is typically thinner than what's hanging on the wall, and I like to take, these skeins come apart a little bit more trickily, if that's a word, and so I usually have taken them out and wrap them around a clothespin. It's just an easier way for me to store them. A thread that's pretty new to me in the last few years that I've really come to love is by Sulky. They have a whole line of these cotton petites. They are single-stranded, just like, I forgot to mention that. These cotton pearls are just a single strand, and you would change the thickness by the actual kind that you would buy. Like I said, the ones on the rolls are a thinner thread, typically, well, not typically, always, than the ones that are on the skeins. And the cotton petites are the same way. They only come in one thread weight, but lots and lots of different colors, really pretty colors. And I like them a lot. I have used them where I've doubled up the thread, and it works pretty well for the projects that I did it on. Needles, Tulip is sort of a higher end brand, but obviously you can walk into any store and find a bunch of needles. Needles come in different sizes. I tend to like the sort of middle of the road. They come from 1 to 10, and I generally like the 5, 6, 7. It really just depends on the project I'm working on and how I'm feeling that day. A fun little tip, this is actually what lead for pencils comes in, and I used it up and wrapped some fun washi tape around it, and it has become a holder for my needles. You can just stick them all down in there. Tulip's fun because it comes with their own little bottles, which is sweet.